you need something to drink or anything there, Alexander, when we get there?
Yes.
Use the restroom or anything?
Yes.
Okay, keep going. I mean, we can turn on the main drag. Yeah, keep going more. Not sure the exact. It's this one. Yeah, go ahead and turn right here if you can. Sorry. This will get us in. Okay, down there again, maybe not.
I know you can get to that side of the road if you go down by the Hy-Vee, but that's all right. Huh.
We'll just go on the main drag when we get there.
Well, at least now we have it to keep the cement trucks. That's a fancy garage.
What's your wife going to school for?
She was going for microbiology, but she dropped out beginning of this year because we couldn't afford it.
Okay. What did she want to do with that degree? Go quite a ways.
She wanted to then go for pathology,
Okay.
or so she said.
I'd say go ahead, the lights, just turn right on the lights. Go up here and then take a left and get through there. Take off the left here.
Wow, they really had this area all time. Jeez.
Okay, just go double back again. Sorry. side.
It should be right after, no, it is, that's the one right.
Keep going.
Yeah, there it is.
That's the fire department up here. And here's the parking lot right here.
Did I sound like we're there?
Not that I'm aware of. We're just going to the interview room and we're good to go here. Just park anywhere, so it's fine. We may, here in the shortly here, Alexander, have to go to the county jail, but I want to come here first, okay? So, we've just now arrived at the Coralville Police Department. Time now is approximately 10:32 p.m. And I'm going to keep the recording on for now, okay? So, let's step out here then.
Your Honor, at this time, we're going to change the tape. It goes from audio to the videotape at the Coral Ridge Department, and this is State's Exhibit 43. May we publish that?
You may.
Thank you. And just to clarify, Special Agent Ron, is this taking place immediately
Go ahead, sit here.
after the audio?
Yes, it
Thank
does.
you.
Let's sit right there for me. We're going to leave the cuffs on for now, okay? Just so you know. Also, just so you know, this is being all still recorded, okay? If you have any questions, need to use the restroom or anything? Okay, we'll check back in, okay?
Your Honor, I believe there is a pause here at this time. If it's acceptable to the court, we would fast forward to where there is actually more discussion or talking on the video. Otherwise, there's not really any audio to say for a long period of time.
Is that agreeable, Mr.
is,
Parrish?
Your Honor.
You may fast forward. Ladies and gentlemen, as I told you with the item we had yesterday, you will have access to this video in the jury room. If you wish to listen to this portion for any reason, you'll be able to do that.
Your Honor, may we fast forward again?
No objection, Judge.
That's agreeable.
Anything?
No, I just had, I'm sure this will be up and running.
Oh, okay. Hey, Rich, come here when you get a chance. He's showing us that he's supposed to be empty in the front or behind the back.
Thanks so much, you guys. I was trying to, I just had.
Why did you do that?
Bad shoulders.
All right.
I didn't try to go around.
Have you had surgery or something, or?
No, I just got back ready to pass.
Yes.
We'll get you up here late. Those are hinged. I guess that's what he's doing. Got a length of the bench. Put it to the chair.
How's that? Is that all right? You bet. Need anything?
No, sir.
That's all right.
Your Honor, may we again fast forward at this point?
No objection.
Agreeable? You may do so.
Thank you.
You got that rearranged somehow? Who did that for?
I slipped these out from behind my back, my shoulder was popping in place.
Oh. That didn't feel very good, did it?
Not really, but I didn't feel like I had a
Okay.
But I shifted funny, it went in my head, so I was like, that's not going to work.
Okay. All right. Couple more questions for you, and I think we're going to wrap things up here real quick. Do you have any questions or concerns at this point? Okay. Did you think back over everything? And did you happen to recall or remember anything that we kind of left out in our conversation on the way over here? Okay. So,
Special Agent Ron, at this point in the video and audio, does the audio not quite match the video?
correct.
Okay. But it's basically simultaneously, but it's just a little lag on the audio.
Yes, it lags just a little bit.
Thank you.
This is still on, just so you know. But, a couple of questions. When you went walking in and you saw Andrea, you told me on the way here that her back was to you.
Yes,
Okay. Did she ever see you at any time?
sir.
Did you ever think about confronting her and interfacing with her at all during the time, or did you, I mean, what stopped you from being confrontational beyond shooting her? So what stopped you from just walking around and talking with her about this whole process?
I couldn't make it.
Okay? I mean, was your mindset before you walked through those doors at the mall that you were going to shoot her?
About 50% there, yes.
Okay. You know, as you would expect, we've interviewed a ton of people because there was a ton of people in the mall, you know, and a lot of people were scared as a result of this. think you can understand that. And so we are getting, through these interviews, a report that you actually had 2 weapons on you.
Like 2 firearms?
Yes.
That's impossible, I don't understand firearms.
Okay, so you only had the one, the Glock 19?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you didn't have any, what color is the Glock?
It's black.
Okay. You didn't have a stainless or a chrome firearm of any kind?
No, sir, I didn't know.
Okay. And when you took off the run after you shot Andrea, and what did you do with the firearm? Do you remember?
I still have it.
Okay, in the right hand or left hand? Okay, did you ever put it in your pocket? Did you ever point it at anybody? Anything like that?
On my way out the door, I thought I was putting it in back my hands.
Okay.
But then, I said I just did it.
Okay. Here, I brought you some water. Do you want to drink? You sure?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you need to use the restroom right now? Okay. And then when you came up to Andrea from the back and shot her, how many times?
3 times.
3 times. Do you know where in the back you shot her?
Yes.
Okay, did you, how far would you have raised up your weapon?
Forward.
Okay, so would it be like this, or would it be like this? Okay, and so you brought it up all the way up to eye level? Okay, and then, you don't know where you placed the shots?
No, sir. I'm not very good at shots, so I'd say maybe from my shoulders and right lower.
Okay. Was she moving when
She was saying,
was she talking to someone?
yes.
Who was she talking to?
The guy from Verizon with the crutch, and then the girl was actually sitting at the gas station.
Okay, so they all 3 were conversing back and forth.
To the best of my knowledge.
Did those 2 happen to see you? Were they facing you at all?
The girl was facing me, sort of, like, kind of like this. So she probably saw me out the corner of her eye. I don't know about the guy.
Okay. Okay. And tell me what happened to your phone again?
That's real.
Where did you do that?
I figured that you guys should probably track that.
So you were intentional about that?
Turn around and leave this.
Because you were afraid that we would track you through the cell phone?
Yes, sir, I was kind of scatterbrained at the moment, and then I realized if I really wanted to get away, I probably should have done it first. But I didn't think about it, so.
Okay. And did you turn it off when you threw it out the window?
No, sir, I unplugged it, I was playing music, and I turned it off.
Okay. Is that that song you're telling me about?
No, I think the song changed, and that's when I started to think it probably was exactly where I am. So,
Okay.
for that.
And as you're driving, in which direction?
Northwest.
Okay, from Iowa City to the Quad Cities would be east.
East.
Okay. As you're traveling east, do you remember, were you on the right lane or the left lane? The outside lane or inside lane?
The right.
The right lane.
Yes.
And so then as you're traveling east, you'd be on the right lane, there'd be a second lane,
That's right.
and then had it changed, would there be a third lane at this point, or was there just 2 lanes?
I think it went back to the 2 lanes.
Okay. And so, and then you had a median in between the 2 lanes. Right. So as you're traveling and you throw that phone out the window, was it on your passenger window or the driver's side window? So you were driving down and you tossed it like this into the right-hand side of the interstate. So it would be the south side of the interstate. Okay. And that was an LG.
LGGC.
Do you remember any landmarks at all? Because we want to be able to try to find a phone if at all possible.
I don't remember.
Okay. Okay. Did you do any, you talked about writing things down. Did you do any diary?
No diary, but I do have a few novel type stories that I'm going to turn on.
Okay, and in terms of viewing your relationship with Amber, did you do any journaling? Did you do anything like that? Okay. And she had expressed concern, either to you or maybe even someone else, I don't know, about being scared.
Yes.
Okay, and what did she tell you about that?
She didn't tell me anything about it.
Okay, so she told someone else that she was scared?
Yeah, the only thing that I ever got was that it freaked her out. I don't know what she meant by that. I asked, she never told me, but apparently I freaked her out so bad that I showed it to my boss about it, which I thought was a bit too far to just say, hey, I'm done with you. That was before she texted me again.
Okay, so it's a couple weeks ago she went to your boss?
Yeah, 2 or 3 weeks.
What'd your boss do?
He sat down and talked to me about it and said, you know, you should be alone. I left her alone for a week before my boss said anything. Then I asked her a question a couple of weeks ago. And she told that to my boss too. And then, you know, a week after that, then she texted me and said she misses me. So that's everything she misses me.
And then did you reinitiate or did the two of you start your conversations again?
Yes.
Okay.
Which was very confusing. I didn't know anything about it.
Okay. Are you seeing anybody else
No.
or texting anybody else extensively? Much like your relationship with Andrea, was there anybody else that you're also doing the same thing with?
I have a friend named Jessica. I don't know her last name, but I know something.
Jessica. Is she local?
I do believe so, sir.
How did you meet Jessica?
On an app called Whisper.
Okay. I mean, is that like the chat room type of app or?
Yeah, it's, you post things, it brings its own picture with it. And people around you can see it and stuff.
Did you ever meet with Jessica?
Yes.
Okay.
I never teach you.
Okay, so she is a shooter also?
That was actually the first time she said
Okay. Do you know Jessica's last name?
I do.
Which gun range was this again?
It would be just up to 965 Ohio Wildlife Center.
Okay.
It's pretty much understanding.
Okay. Jessica, white, black, Asian?
She wasn't white, but I wouldn't say black. I don't know. Maybe it's
How old?
I think she was early 20s. I don't think she was 21 yet.
Okay. Did you have any sex with her?
No, sir.
And again, you didn't have any, you're telling me you didn't have any sex with Andrea?
That is 100% correct.
So no other gun with you tonight?
No, sir.
Phone's been ditched. Gun's been ditched. Is a magazine with the gun?
The one that was in it when I shot, yes, sir. And then I threw another magazine out my window. After my phone, I had no idea where that was.
So just a second mag?
Yes, sir. And then there should be 2 more in my backpack. Not in my backpack, in my that case of ammunition.
Okay. Which one did you throw the second mag out?
The same,
Passenger window.
yes, in the same direction.
How far, distance-wise, time-wise, between the phone and the mag?
8 minutes.
Okay.
Roughly, very quickly.
Okay. Now, when you were at work today,
Yes.
I'm assuming you wear a uniform of some fashion.
Yes.
Okay. Did you tell whomever, your supervisor or whoever, that you were leaving at 5:40 or 20?
Yes.
You just took off?
Yes.
To your man
Yes.
at Andrea?
Yes.
Okay. And you told me earlier that you left the mall, went straight home,
Yes.
you got your firearm, packed a backpack, and then drove straight back to the mall. Is that accurate? Okay. And then, did you change clothes then?
I changed my shirt.
You changed
When I
your
got to
shirt?
the gas station where I did.
Okay. Are these the pants you wore
Yes.
at work?
Oh, no, no, I changed my work uniform.
Okay, so let's go back over that. So when you got home, did you change clothes?
Yes.
And where are those clothes now?
My shirt is still in the back seat and my pants are at home in the closet.
You lost me there a second. So you only changed your shirt at home? No, you only changed your pants at home?
Yes.
Your uniform pants?
Yes.
And then what about the shirt?
It should still be in my back seat. I took that off as I was at a red light.
And what type of shirt is that?
Navy blue, it's a universal security patch on each shoulder. It should have a universal badge.
Okay. And the pants, what are those look like?
They're black with a gray stripe. And it should be in blue ones.
Okay. And the shirt you changed after shooting?
That should be in my back seat as well as the vest and the tie and the hat.
Oh, you have a vest also?
Yes, it was a great vest on my original.
So why change the pants? I'm confused.
These pants are off.
Okay.
Those are the first pants I put in there.
Okay. Change shoes?
Yes, I was wearing cowboy boots to work. I changed it to my other boots because
So you wore cowboy boots to work?
yes.
Okay. Did you have blood on your shirt?
To my knowledge, I did not.
Did that upset you? You did?
I did not.
What kind? Okay, that wouldn't bother you that you would have had Andrew's blood on you?
That I think about it now, no, but if I did, I would probably be against
I'm sorry, that was good.
it. That I'm sitting here and I didn't, I'm willing to say no, but if I did, I might have a different answer. I'm not in this situation.
Just because you don't think you have blood on?
Yes.
Okay. Any questions with me?
I do.
Okay. I will be back here shortly then, okay? You okay?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, I believe there's a long pause here again, and if it's permissible, we will speed this up.
Is that agreeable?
Yes, no objection.
You may do so.
How you doing? It's kind of warm in here, isn't it? Okay. We're going to do one more thing here, and that is, this is Eric Grayson. He's an agent with the ACI also. He and I work together all the time. This is Alexander. Hiya. And typically what we do often is we take what's called a buccal swab. Have you ever heard that? Yeah. A buccal swab is basically a way for us to collect DNA. And all it is a swab inside your mouth. It's painless. All you do is take a swab on each side of your cheek, and that's it. And then they'll take that, and then they do some analysis, test it, and develop a profile, that sort of thing. Very simple, very non-invasive, that sort of thing. And then also what we would like to do is take some photographs of you, and we'll like have you standing up in the clothing that you're wearing and that sort of thing. Okay? And Derek's going to do that for us tonight. So there's a form here that Derek will read to you and fill it out. If you have any questions, don't be afraid to ask. You can feel free to read it. You don't even have to sign it. And you don't even have to do this. This is purely a consent on your part, and it's completely voluntary. If you don't want to do this, you let us know. Does that make sense? Yes, sir. Okay. So I'll let you two do that, and then I'll be back here shortly.
Tell your name for me.
A-L-X. A-N-D-E-R. Sorry. A-N-D-E-R. Middle name too, or just? Middle initial. M. Yeah. And then K-O-Z. A-A. Okay. And your address? 240 Sadler Lane, S-A-T. Unit 2. 201. Okay. And where's that? Number 3. What I'm going to do is read this to you. I'll let you look it over for yourself. But like Rick said, it's just a form giving me permission to do that. Okay. And what it is like you said, a swab inside your mouth. I'll do two of them, Murphy's Law, and so. I, Alexander and Kozak, residing at 247 Lane, Unit 201, North Liberty, Iowa, do hereby voluntarily authorize S.A. Derek Greason of the Iowa Division of Criminal Investigation to obtain a buccal swab for the purpose of DNA testing and analysis by the state of Iowa. I understand that a buccal swab is obtained by swabbing the interior of the mouth with a cotton swab. I am giving this written permission to this peace officer freely and voluntarily without any threats or promises having been made to me, and after having been informed by this officer that I have the right to refuse to produce the sample, provide the sample, I further agree to hold blameless the Iowa Division of Criminal Investigation, its agents and personnel as a result of obtaining these body specimens, and I fully understand that these specimens are being provided in relation to a criminal investigation. Okay? Would you sign that? You can. They'll make the mark at least. Reagan? Yes. Okay. Good. Okay. I just realized that 3 things on my K. Actually, I thought you did pretty good for the present circumstances. Yeah, it was good. Yeah. Well, sort of, I think Sure. I have a small gloves. I'll just put it on the inside of this cheek. Okay. Pretty painless, huh? Yes. We'll do the same though. Let's do that. I'll take some photographs of you. I think it's funny. Yeah, I might have to have you stand up, but we'll figure that out, so. But we'll just get started with where we're at, okay? Do you want me to look at the camera? Just, sit still, whatever, that's fine. Just ignore me if you want. Put your hands up for it if you can. There you go. Can you turn them over all these ones? Any injuries on you or anything? Any marks or bruises? No. Okay. Alexander, what's your mother's name? Cindy, C-Y-N-D-Y, McComas, M-C-C-O-M-A. She's registered your vehicle to that yet? Yes. Okay, thank you. I think we're good for now. If I need more, are you okay with that? Yes. Okay, perfect. You need anything? You got some water there? Or you need a drink? I know you're a little... Are you okay? Yes. Okay. If you need anything, I'll look at you.
Your Honor, I believe there's another break here. If it's okay, we will fast forward again. Is that acceptable?
Okay.
You may do so.
Any other questions, comments, or anything at all? Okay, have we left out anything? Is there any gaps in your story that we haven't talked about?
No, sir.
Everything you said has been true and accurate, is that your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and again, I need to ask you, has everything been voluntary on your part?
Yes, sir.
And have you been truthful with us on this whole situation?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you had mentioned to me, Alexander, that you went in there with basically premeditation, is the word you used.
Yes, sir.
And what does that mean to you?
It means there was some serious thought to it, and
It was deliberate? And when you say it was deliberate, meaning shooting Andrea?
yes, sir.
Okay, with the intent to kill?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Because you're angry over some text messages? And essentially kind of breaking up with her, is that accurate?
Yes, sir.
Or her breaking up with you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You also mentioned that had maybe your boss and the director of security in there, maybe you would have shot them as well?
That would have been a possibility.
Okay, I mean, did you have that thought in your mind as you're walking into the mall?
No, sir. That was an afterthought.
Afterthought? Okay. But you didn't go in there with the intent of shooting 3 people, just her?
Correct.
So just one? Okay. You mentioned this thing, and I probably have, but you understand that she is dead?
Yes, sir.
That you were responsible for killing her?
Yes, sir.
How do you feel about that? A little remorseful? Okay. And you also made the comment to me while in the car that had you had an opportunity to talk with her one more time, I think the statement was you were right that you should fear me or something along that lines?
Yes, sir.
You were right to be scared of me? Is that accurate?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Well, you remember Trooper Eastman there? Okay, he has something he wants to tell you.
Do you understand whatever happened today and what you told us? You know, I know you're being charged with first degree murder and none of the rest of that right now, okay?
Yes, sir.
Did I clear that? Any questions on that?
Yes, sir.
You take it down to jail, booked in here after a little bit, but you were under arrest and you're charged with first degree murder at this time.
Yes, sir.
All right?
Okay. We're going to,
You want to keep mine? What are we going to do? You want to keep them
are
or?
you going to slip out of these things again if we put them back behind you again, or how come you did it the first time?
Because my arrangement.
Okay.
But I never told you.
Okay, we're going to take out one set of cuffs, we're going to put them back behind you because we got to do that per policy, okay? And then we will get you transported here shortly.
Put the hand up. Okay, you're not going to cause any problems here, right? Someone who's from that? This is a 7-1, I'm going to flip another one down. I'm going to take one of these cuffs off. Keep your hand back here. You got him?
Okay, here in a few minutes, as soon as we can, we're going to have you transported over to the county jail, and they will put you in the county jail, okay?
Okay.
And Young Rock now.
Okay? Okay, have a seat. And again, we'll get someone here as soon as we can. And this recording is at 1:14 a.m.
Members of the jury, you've just heard a recorded conversation between Alexander Kozak, Special Agent Ron, and Officer Engsler. During the conversation, the terms premeditation, deliberation, and intent, or variations of those terms, may have been used. Those terms have precise legal definitions which may not have been understood by the persons taking part in the conversation. Those terms are legal standards to be used by you when reaching your verdict and will be defined for you by the court in the final jury instructions. The use of these terms in the conversation does not necessarily mean that Mr. Kozak acted with premeditation, deliberation, or intent, as those terms are defined by the law. In deciding this case, you are to rely on the definitions of premeditation, deliberation, and intent that will be provided to you in the final jury instructions, and you must evaluate the evidence in this case using the definitions in the final jury instructions. Further, you are to consider all the evidence in this case in deciding whether Mr. Kozak acted with premeditation, deliberation, and or intent. That said, counsel, I think we should take our noon recess at this point. Remember, members of the jury, your admonition and what I told you yesterday, if you pause just a couple minutes before you leave the building, you will minimize the risk that you end up on the noon news. So we are in recess until 1:30. Counselor, are there any further issues we need to take up before we all take a recess for lunch?
I don't think so, Judge. My thought is that I think they're pretty close to ending. I mentioned to Ms. Linus I'll probably go right in my case with the agreement that whatever motion, I don't think I have an adequate motion in this case to make with regard to the judgment of acquittal or directed verdict.
But if you...
I will be prepared.
If you do wish to reserve motions, Ms. Linus, would there be an objection to doing that so we can move forward without a hitch?
No, Your Honor, no objection.
So we could take up the motion if you want to make one at the afternoon break so that we can just move right ahead.
That would be great, Judge.
Okay, we will do that. I'll see you all back at 1:30. Ms. Linus, was there anything the state needed to address before we break?
No, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.